Welcome, Intro to Programming. Welcome to your Monday's lecture. So as you guys have probably heard, your test is postponed to Friday. And these 2 days that I will not see you guys, we will actually have video lectures and e-lecture notes that you guys will follow along as we move on through these video lectures, okay? So as you guys have already known, that we are done to the end of Unit 4, right? We were only waiting on our test and we would begin Unit 5. So we're actually going to begin Unit 5 in these 2 days that I'm not in class with you guys. And we will do it through these video lectures, okay? So Unit 5 is going to be about graphics. So previously you guys have seen graphics, right, in one of your labs, and that was your picnic lab. So you guys remember in your picnic lab you had like these picture boxes. And in those picture boxes, you added images like brownies and cookies and donuts and things like that. So that was one way you guys were exposed to having any graphics on your form. So in this unit, you guys will actually explore another way of including graphics on your form. And you guys will actually, in this unit, be making your own graphics. So you're not going to just be using art from outside in the internet, but you guys will be making your own graphics, okay? So let's just jump right in. So go ahead and search for Visual Studio. So this is what your Visual Studio would look like. Go ahead and do File, New, Project, and you're going to make this a Windows format. You can call it Unit 5 ELecture1 or whatever you guys wish to call it. Save it in a please save it in a directory that you guys want to use later. Once you do that, you can hit OK, and this would load up your form window. Alright, okay, so this is the form window that we want to create our graphics on. Okay, so to begin with, go ahead and double click on this form, and that will take you to the code behind the form. And you guys have seen this particular method, form1.load, before, right? So this is basically an event, right, that is triggered immediately as the form loads up. So you've used this method before whenever you wanted to set any objects to be invisible, to clear any text boxes. You've put that all in here before. Okay. So we are actually going to explore another form method today, and that is what you see in bullet point 1. That is what method of the form is used to draw graphics directly onto the form without using picture boxes. So that is going to be a paint method. But hey, how do we get this paint method? So to do that, I want you guys to click on this drop down and y'all can scroll through and type and find your paint. It says right here. When I do that, it's going to create this method for me right here. Alright, so basically all our commands that we're going to use in order to create graphics will be in this form1 paint method. Okay, so let's see. Just a quick note. So when you look at 2, this basically describes what is this coordinate system this graphic is going to follow. So if we again look at our form, right, it's the square box. You can visualize that to mimic what you guys see on your sheet over here. So you can imagine this is like a grid. You have your x-axis, the horizontal, right here, the horizontal, and y-axis, the vertical. And as you guys see in your form, the x-axis goes from 0 up until the limit of the form, which in this case is maybe 300. It could be anything else depending on the size you set. And y-axis goes from 0 on the top all the way increasing to the bottom. You guys want to remember, previously in your math classes, your origin, the 0, 0, was right at the center, right? But now what you want to keep in mind is in these form windows, your 0, 0 is right at the top left corner. Okay, and then how do we access a specific point on this form? Well, this is just like how you guys do it in math. You have an x-coordinate, comma, y-coordinate, and a set of parentheses, right? So like you see over here, a point 0, 50 would be like somewhere right here, which is 0 is the x-coordinate and 50 is the y-coordinate. Likewise, 100, 100, maybe about here, 250, right? So do we have an idea of how your x and your y is changing and how you're forming your points in the coordinate? Alright, with that, let's now actually go ahead and type something into this main method. The first thing that you guys will type is this drawString method, okay? And this is pretty straightforward. So you're going to type in exactly as you see on your paper. So it's e.graphics.drawString, and right there is the text that you want to type. So I'm going to type in tic-tac-toe. You guys may type in whatever you wish to. Once I have that, I'm going to put in a comma. And this is the font that I'm picking. So it's new font. And I'm going to pick Arial. That's in double quotes. Right after that, I put my font size. Okay, so for now, I'm going to put that to be 16. But hey, that's the number that you want to change when you want to modify the size of your font. And then outside the parentheses, I'm going to put another comma. Now I'm going to give it a color. And to do that, I'm going to do brushes.black and comma. And the last thing that I need to give is the coordinate on the graphics window that I want the string to display. Okay, so I'm going to give it 100 for the X and 50 for the Y. Great. It all looks good here, so I'm going to hit start and run on my form, and there we go. We see our string tic-tac-toe appeared on the form. Right? Let's make a small modification and jump to the fourth bullet that you see here. That is, what if I wanted this font to be bolded? So I just make a very small modification. That is, in this new font where I typed in Arial and 16, within those parentheses, I'm going to type in a comma and type in font style, and we're going to make this bold. Okay, brush is black, 150, and I'm going to hit start. Great, so now do we see how our string is now bolded? Perfect, okay. I'm going to exit out of that, and we'll actually just go ahead and keep moving on. Okay, so that's the drawString. Now let's explore the drawLine method. So for your drawLine, I'm actually going to delete this. You guys need not delete it. I'm going to just quickly show you one example of your drawLine method. So it's going to be e.drawLine. I'm sorry, it's e.graphics.drawLine, and we'll do pens.black, comma. Great. Okay, so to draw a line, first go ahead and copy this, and then I'll tell you what it means. Okay, so 0, 50, 200, 50. Okay, so to draw a line, like in math, you would need at least 2 points. Okay, so this is what we're specifying here. Pens black is the color of the line, but then the 0, 50 is the coordinate of the starting position of the line, and 250 is the coordinate of the ending position of the line. Okay, and remember, these coordinates are following the same approach, like 0 is the X and Y, and 50 is the Y of the first chord of the starting position of our line, and 250, where 200 is the X and 50 is the Y for the ending position of our line. Okay, let's go ahead and run this and see what that looks like. There we go. This is our, as you see in your paper as well, 0, 50 and 250, starting position and ending position. And you guys drew a straight line here. Perfect. All right. So what we're going to do is, well, what if I wanted to modify the thickness of the line? How will I do that? So for doing that, I'm just going to rewrite, erase this, and type in a new command called as the new pen color dot black, comma 2. Great. So what the 2 represents right here is the thickness of the line. I can go ahead and increase that and see how that changes. I'm going to keep it for 2 right now, and you guys will see a difference than the previous one. This is, again, now you see it's a much thicker line that we saw than our previous one. All right. Well, in bullet 7, you guys are able to draw another line. Okay. I will not do this. I will not do this as a demo, but I want you guys to try it. go ahead and try doing an eGraphics drawline command where you're making a red line now, and you're starting at 100, 100 is the starting position, and 300, 10, 300, 100 is the ending position. Right? So we have 100, 100 is the starting, and 300, 100 is the ending. One thing that we further describe in the 7th bullet point is these two lines are parallel and these two lines are horizontal. Okay? In order to draw a horizontal line, this is intuitive, but I want you guys to remember these coordinates that you see here, the 50 and 50, and in the second one that you guys probably drew, the 100 and 100, the y coordinates of the starting and the ending position, they are exactly the same. That's what makes them horizontal, right? What if the x coordinates were exactly the same? What would they be? Probably you guys guessed it. It's going to be vertical, right? They're going to be vertical and parallel. Okay, so that's it with bullet 7. And bullet 8 actually shows you an example of what a vertical line would look like. And you want me to try that too. And as you guys explore the draw line command, now I want you guys to step on to the 9th bullet point. Okay. So in the 9th bullet point, you guys will be drawing a tic-tac-toe game board. Okay. What would this involve? Definitely it's going to involve all these draw line commands that we've seen already. How many draw lines command would I expect to see in order to draw this? Well, let's see this. It looks like for the game board itself, you draw 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. So that's 4 draw line commands. And then in order to make that 1x, right, you guys will only be drawing 1x. I will have 2 lines, right? So that would be a total of at least 6 draw line commands on this game board, right? And then you guys will put in a title to your game board. Going to call it tic-tac-toe with your drawstring command. So this is what I want you guys to do. As you all are working on this and building this game board, you will be typing in commands all inside this form1.paint method. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is after you all type in your commands here and create your awesome design over here on your form, and remember right now, you guys, as you all are writing commands here, we will not see anything change in our design window, because these are commands that will only execute when the program is run. So you will see your form change over here, but your design does not have any elements and objects on it, right? So once you guys build your form, having your tic-tac-toe shown here and your game board shown here, and 1x is perfectly fine. Okay, if you want to add another x, you all may, or we will actually build on this some more. So that's why I don't want you guys to spend a lot of time on this right now. So as long as you have 1x and your game board and a string that says tic-tac-toe right at the top of your form, you are golden. So once you guys do that, I want you guys to be copying the commands that you wrote here, right? I want you guys to be writing it on this piece of paper that's given to you. So it's going to be how many? Like 6 drawline commands and 1 drawstring command. I want you guys to be writing those commands and turning in this document back to yourself. Alright, coders, get busy coding and wish you guys a great